I've been accused a number of times over the years of hating a little bit too much on the current hip-hop scene due to a handful of artists. I will admit that on some level, this is pretty true, as the overwhelmingly mediocre sounds that are passed off as the best that the current hip-hop scene has to offer does receive a regular dose of my criticism. The fact of the matter is, bass levels that are pushed far too high and generally unoriginal musical backings just don't do anything for me. Coupled with uninspired lyrics that can't seem to get away from ideas like women and drugs and money and guns were old 20 years ago, and they're more overused than Scarface idolization. But the fact of the matter is, there are still a number of artists within the current hip-hop scene that I absolutely love. So here are 3 of those current artists that I definitely suggest you check out. First up are Blue Scholars, and I've spoken about these guys a number of times before because there's no question that they are one of, if not my absolute favorite current hip-hop act. The range and musical diversity that they have is second to none, as they push the limits on source material further than just about anybody in hip-hop history. From deep funk sounds to trip-hop to completely stripped down arrangements, there's just no musical sound that these guys can't master. Along with this, their lyrical ability is top-notch, and the way that they pass the lead vocal back and forth is absolutely flawless. Digging into everything from the true roots and mission of hip-hop music to their own youth to a wide range of lyrical themes, there seems to be an unending amount of creativity within this group. The bottom line is, Blue Scholars are criminally underrated, and you need to own their entire catalog. Next up is Atmosphere, standing as my favorite amongst the long list of brilliant hip-hop artists on the Rhymesayers label. For me, it all comes down to the lyrics here, as Slug is unrelenting in his attack on everything from socioeconomic issues to fascinating stories to brutal and self-deprecating rhymes. And it's the way that he crafts his lines that are often nothing short of hypnotizing. Furthermore, Slug is able to bring a level of honesty and reality that most MCs in the current scene are completely avoiding, and it just adds to the overall appeal of his music. Along with this, the music over which he raps perfectly mirrors the range in his lyrics, as he shows just how much impact you can create, almost steering completely clear of that overused super bass sound. From flute loops to almost every instrument you can possibly conceive, the overall sonic diversity that Atmosphere creates is as good as it gets. The last group I want to suggest stands as the first hip-hop group to ever be signed to Sub Pop Records, and they go by the name Shabazz Palaces. The group is led by a man going by the name of Palasier Lazaro, but most people know him better as the man once called Butterfly within the hip-hop group Digital Planets. The reason I dig their Black Up records so much is because, to put it simply, it is otherworldly. The musical arrangements have this hard edge that can't be denied, and yet the movement and atmosphere they create is mind-blowing. The sonic backgrounds created by Knife Knights are so uniquely amazing that you have to hear them yourself to properly grasp what he's done. And he shows that when done properly, the heavy bass sound can still be sonically unique. But the fact of the matter is, these tracks are all about the way that Palasier Lazaro flows throughout the song, as he constantly shifts his tone and his pace, yet the smooth, almost elastic mood is never lost. There's this mysterious feel all across the album, and there's no question that Shabazz Palaces stands as one of the most intriguing hip-hop groups to come around in a very long time. So those are just a few of my favorite acts within the current hip-hop scene, as there are tons of other artists making absolutely phenomenal music in the name of originality and creativity within what is overall a very bland mainstream hip-hop scene. The true spirit of the style lives on within these artists, and I highly recommend you check them all out.